Hi and welcome to Made by E. I'm going to show you how to make this burrata toast with berry compote and honey drizzle. This only takes about 20 minutes and will definitely wow your friends and family for a fancy brunch. These are the ingredients that you'll need. 8-ounce burrata, berries. You can use strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, any berries really, but for mine I use 12 blackberries and 16 raspberries. 4 slices of bread, 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, a dash of cinnamon, some honey, some nuts. This can be walnuts, pistachios, peanuts, whatever you want, but I used 8 almonds for mine, a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar for the almonds, and half a teaspoon of sugar for the berries. The first thing I'm going to do is wash the berries. I just kind of fill the bowl with water and gently swirl them around before I drain them. And then I just do this a couple of times. While my berries are straining, I'll chop up the nuts. I just roughly chop them into large chunks. Next, I'm going to toast the almonds. In a small pot over medium-high heat, I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of sugar and a pinch of salt and just heat that up for about a minute before I add in my almonds. I'll just toast these for a little bit and then add in my dash of cinnamon. And then I'll toast my almonds until the sugar melts and turns a little brown. Make sure that you're stirring them constantly because they can burn very quickly. My almonds were done toasting after about 4 minutes, so I set them aside and made my berry compote in the same pot. I added 8 blackberries and 12 raspberries with a half teaspoon of balsamic vinegar and stirred everything around. Then I added in half a teaspoon of sugar and lowered the heat to simmer. The juices from the berry will turn into a glaze in about 5 to 7 minutes. Just make sure that you're watching them carefully and stirring them constantly. After about 5 minutes, you can remove the berries from the heat. While the berries and almonds are cooling, I'm going to go ahead and slice my bread. I usually do 2 slices per person. This bread was really soft. I usually get a loaf that's a little bit stiffer, but once it's toasted, it should be fine. You can use a regular toaster if you want to. I don't actually have one, so I'm just going to heat these up in a pan. You can also use a little bit of butter if you want to before you toast your bread, but I think the burrata is already rich enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it over low heat. Alright, and now I just have to assemble everything together. I cut the burrata on a separate plate into 4 pieces. The burrata comes wrapped in a large piece of mozzarella, so I actually just use the mozzarella almost like a base and put the flat side on the toast first. And then I just kind of spread the burrata over it. Then I add the berry compote and the fresh berries on top. And then I sprinkle the toasted almonds and drizzle some honey on top to finish it off. And that's it. This is such a beautiful way to start a weekend brunch. I hope you'll try it soon.